Yeah, I'm sure the guys are ready. We had a full week last week, as you know. We kind of talked about that, touched on it last week. But we've got a very competitive group, and over the weekend, when you play 3 straight days, it gets a little chippy sometimes. So I think our guys are ready to face someone else.
North Dakota State coming in, you're always going to welcome a lot of northern teams early in the season. What do you see from them? What kind of challenge are they going to provide you guys?
Yeah, I think they're going to be a really good team. They played in a regional last year out in Stanford. They won 42 games last year. I think they basically have their entire starting pitching core coming back. A lot of returners, so it's going to be a seasoned team. We're excited to bring them down. I think, on paper, I think both teams are going to be confident. Both teams are going to be experienced. Both teams won 36 or more baseball games last spring. So I think it'll be a good opportunity for our guys to kind of see someone else and see another regional type team. Hopefully at the end of the year, if we can take care of our business and then they go on and do theirs, this will be a good RPI series for both clubs, we hope. So we're excited. It's going to be more about us and kind of figuring out who we are and what we do, and try to do that at a high level versus maybe who we're playing. I think the first couple weekends you're always trying to figure out a few things, and I'm sure they'll be the same way.
These early season 4 game sets, you guys are returning pretty much your whole offense. I don't say there's uncertainty within the pitching staff, but you're probably figuring some more things out there. Is that a good thing to have these that are, I'm sure, a test for the team? What do you see from these 4 game sets here?
Yeah, that's the reason why we do it early on. It kind of forces you. We don't traditionally want to work guys back-to-back days early in the spring. We want to try to get some other guys some experience. So when we do get to conference, you've had some guys that have been in some situations that, that provide them some growth opportunities. So, we've got three of the 4 guys that'll start this weekend are returners. All had some experience last year. They were all freshmen or sophomores for the most part, I guess with the exception of Henner. So we feel good about the experience factor. I think they're all better. I think they're all more confident than they would be at this point last spring, which is just what player development does. But so we're excited for those guys. We've added a lot of pieces, though, that we're really excited about. I think our pitching depth, at this point last spring we were a little dinged up. This year we're going in full quarter ready to rock and roll, and I know some guys are going to be really excited to get the ball in their hands here at home this weekend.
Very excited to say Henner correctly this year.
Yeah.
That is
Henner Cervantes. Yep. We're looking forward to having him back last go round. He's been a lot to our program, started a lot of big games for us. So we're looking forward to seeing what he can do his last campaign here.
Your Eichelberger, Breck. Obviously haven't seen him in games yet, but what have you seen from him? He looks like what's going to be a valuable asset to your team.
Yeah, no, Breck that's a really cool story with him and Mercedes. He's added value since day one. He'll start a game this weekend. I think sky's the limit with him. He's got a really high ceiling. He does a lot of things really well, but you could argue his better days are 2 and 3 and 4 years down the road. I think we're going to see a really good Breck, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if 3-4 years down the road that dude's pitching in the big league. So he's got a build and a delivery and some pitchability and stuff that you want. So I think he'll I don't know, hopefully provide us some innings, and some depth and more than a few wins this spring, I hope.
All right. Coach, you touched on this a little bit, but as far as guys that you're looking to get the ball in their hand, I guess early on here in this series, North Dakota State, whether that's coming out of the bullpen, who are some of those guys that have been maybe working on some of their stuff in the offseason that you're really excited to see get the ball in their hands?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough question to answer. I'm really excited about our pitching. I think we've got a lot of guys that do a lot of things different, and I think that's not to say that's new age. That's always been the case, but I think we've got some variety. Some guys that have maybe an elite breaking ball, some guys that have a little bit of velocity. There's some left-handed looks that we can go to, and I think it's our job as a coaching staff to try to figure out how to put them in a place to be successful. So there's going to be some guys early on that that may get some opportunities first, but I think some guys that are behind them pushing eventually are going to have a lot to say about our success this spring. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all works out. We've got 36 innings to figure out this weekend. Our starters will be capped with the pitch count, and we'll try to what you would call piggyback with a guy or two. You have 2 long guys go back to back, I think, and we've got Tanner Riley back in the bullpen that we're super excited about. He's been our catalyst here since he's been here. Tough, competitive, That's the guy you want in the game with a high leverage situation. But we've also got some guys that we think are really reliable, that are going to be able to come in and provide a spark too. So hard to name names on a staff of 20. We've got 4 guys that will start this weekend. If the game's on the line, Tanner's going to be in the game, and then there's going to be a lot of guys that have other opportunities throughout.